Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the conversation series. I am joined today by Priscilla Zhou. I am so excited that she is here, and I am going to let Priscilla introduce herself and tell you guys a little bit about her.
Hey guys, my name is Priscilla. I make videos on YouTube. I focus mainly on lifestyle and beauty, fashion, all that fun stuff that you guys have definitely seen on YouTube. I've been doing it for about, I want to say, since 2013. I'm
Yeah.
not good at math, so I don't know how many years that is, but I've reached around 19,000 and still
Yes.
growing to this day, which honestly is amazing to me because I'm literally just like an average girl. But yeah, that's who I am in a nutshell.
And I want to say congratulations because you did just graduate, correct?
Yeah, just graduated.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Wolfpack alumni.
Oh my gosh, the real world is not ready. I am not ready for the real world, honestly.
So, a little bit of background. Priscilla and I have, I don't know what the right word is to say. We've known about each other. We went to the same high school together. We're 1 year difference. And then we both went to NC State. So we were supposed to do this in person, but unfortunately we couldn't.
Yeah,
It's good that I love that we're finally face to face and talking and
I know.
getting.
I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited.
So while we're on YouTube, you have a video on your YouTube that hit 3.2 million views.
Crazy, right?
I
Not
like
expecting that, like at all.
wait, like will you tell everybody what the video is?
Oh my gosh, this is so funny to me because it's literally a video of myself cutting a pair of jeans. Like not even distressing like any of that fun stuff,
Right.
like literally cutting one hole and I was like, I'm just going to upload this and see where it goes. But like yeah, like you said it reached 3 million to this day. It's still like getting hits and I'm like, how does this happen? Like it's
Right.
crazy.
And like you said, like you have no idea how like it blew up to be that much.
No. I never know with my videos. It's always just like a guessing game. Like
Yeah.
I'm not just like if I feel like putting this up, I'm going to put it up
Yeah.
and just see where it goes from there.
And I have to say, like, I love watching your videos and your channel because there are a few YouTubers out there, and I think for everybody that people can really connect to. And I like you are so relatable in everything that you put out, and you are just you, and I like relate to it so much. Um, and I just it's rare that you have that feeling that you relate to somebody.
Yeah, I like the way I try to go about it whenever I film is like I'm sitting down and like just having a conversation with the person like one on one. Like that is like genuinely like how I go into filming each
Yeah,
video. And I feel like you said, like it's so hard to find like authentic people on YouTube because the space is so saturated with like
absolutely.
some people doing the same thing over and over again. So like, I just try to be myself and like if people like me, they do. If they don't, then that's just how I am.
You just have to like I think that's the most important thing when creating content. You just have to be you. You can't like try to be somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
How would you describe like is there a few simple words that you use to describe your channel?
A mess. It's genuinely that is what I can say for my channel. It's just like sometimes I get like creative bursts where I'm like, oh, I want to make this today, but it's like completely unrelated to like what I do. I try to keep it within like the lifestyle, like fashion realm, but I just like sometimes it's just ideas come to me and I just want to put it out there for the world to see. So that's just about it.
How did you get started with your channel?
Oh, this is an interesting story. So in high school, I was like a freshman in high school,
Right.
and my friend Mac and we started this channel together, and it wasn't even intentional. Like we had no idea like it was gonna grow to this today, but I looked at her one day and I was like, do you want to go outside and make a YouTube channel? Because we were like what 13, 14, we were bored out of our minds. And so I took my iPhone and I went outside and we filmed like a back to school lookbook,
Yes.
and it had at first like 20 views. I think 10 of them were mine and then 5 came from my mom. But literally like we just went out there, filmed a video, I put it together an iMovie really quick and I just put it up.
Yeah.
But after that we tried to do it together as like a joint channel because our inspiration was the lineup back then. I don't know if you know
Yeah.
who they're based out of, I think Sweden, and they're super dope. But that was like our inspiration. But then slowly we just kind of grew to want to do different things. We're still really good friends to this day, but I took over the channel and then just made it my own after that.
So you just brought up what you were using. What editing software do you use now?
So I started with iMovie, then I moved to Final Cut. So now I'm on Final Cut.
I use Final Cut. I'm the same process. I went from iMovie till I finally was like, I'm just gonna bite the $300 and just finally get Final Cut.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's such an easy like interface to use. Like it's so much more simple than like Adobe After Effects and like all those other editing softwares.
Absolutely.
So it's just like a good dumbed down version that I can understand and be good at.
I agree with that 100%. Where do you want to take your channel? Do you have any idea what you want to do with it?
Oh gosh. That is something that I still ask myself to this day.
Yeah.
It's still a big question mark because with like going to school and like doing everything at school for the past 4 years, I've been sort of inconsistent with it. And I know that YouTube is like really big on consistency. But yeah, that's still a question to this day. I really want to start focusing more on skincare because that is something that I love at my core. Like I'm always researching like skincare things because I've struggled with acne for so long that like skin is like a top concern for me. So like I just want to be there and like help other people kind of, you know, like be just a support system because like for me growing up, like all my friends had perfect skin and like that was something that I just like was like, why is my skin like this? Like I always ask myself. So I just want to be there for other people and just like if they have any questions or if they want to talk to me about their skin and like all that stuff, I'm here for them and like they can reach out to me at any time.
And I think that goes back to my relatable comment too. Like you have shared like how your skin looks like and your skincare journey. Like you are very honest with everybody about your journey with all of that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to sometimes sit down and like be vulnerable and share that kind of stuff. But like, I mean, personally, I love watching people on YouTube who like do share, you know, that side of them because I'm like, it makes you more real. It makes you like not seem like just a fake person on the internet, but like someone that you can sit down and be friends with.
Yes, absolutely. So we did bring up NC State. You did just graduate. Will you tell everybody what you graduated from NC State?
So I have a Bachelor's of Science in Fashion and Textile Marketing, brand marketing. I think that's the official title. But after graduation in this August, I'll be moving to go work in Wisconsin.
What are you doing?
I'll be doing product development at Kohl's.
Very cool. And you spent a little bit of time at Kohl's now.
Yeah, so I interned for them last summer. I did it for 3 months and I loved it. It was great. I'm like super excited to go back and like be a part of that culture again. So I'm really excited.
Yeah. And so I have like a list of your work experience. Can I read it off to everybody of what you've done so far?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you've done product development intern at Kohl's, brand ambassador of Rent the Runway, sales associate at Urban Outfitters, brand ambassador with Express, sales associate at Nordstrom, marketing e-commerce intern at Bavello, brand ambassador with the Style Club, and sales associate at Old Navy.
Yeah, a lot of sales positions. I've been through the ropes with retail. So,
but like that is like you have spent like in different types of retail as well.
Yeah, I always knew that I wanted to go into retail. Like that was the biggest thing. Was like back in high school, I was like, this is what I want to do. So I'm just going to start working from the bottom up and just like start doing retail positions and working like as a sales associate, making commission at Nordstrom. And then like with the brand ambassador experiences, like it was super awesome to just be on campus and connect with everybody on campus.
Absolutely. One thing that I did want to ask you is about your work experience. If like you said you always knew you wanted to work in retail. If you could work for any like fashion or retail company, what would it be? Which one would it be?
That is a good question. Everything is up in the air as of right now. My biggest dream is to start my own business. Like I always have wanted to start my own business, but I don't know. I honestly like anything in the air. Yeah. I love Kohl's. I love the company culture there. I think it's great, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the future's going to take me.
What type of business do you want to open for yourself?
I'd love to start my own skincare line.
Yeah,
That is like my dream.
that's
Like
the
if
dream.
that could ever manifest itself, like that
Yeah,
would be the most ideal situation for me.
that's. I think you like if anybody could do it, like you could honestly be the one to do it.
Thank you.
What are some of the biggest skills or um things that you've grabbed from your work experience?
Let's see. I would say just learning more about the industry and being like more in tune with the different softwares that businesses use. Because a lot of what I did this past summer was numbers based. Like we did a lot of analyzing like metrics, sales reports every single week, and also just like kind of like we also talked to vendors overseas. So that was a big thing, is like
Oh,
how
cool.
you communicate with your vendors and like and what time. Because one thing I didn't know was like you have to communicate with them within like a certain period of time, because like they're overseas, so like you're here in a different time zone, so you have to be on top of your
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then like get the stuff done in time, so then you can meet the production and like meet it
Yeah.
to the date it needs to be rolled out.
I'm kind of learning that myself. I'm interning at a company right now that is based on the West Coast, so
Hmm.
it's 3 hours behind. So I'm like 6 o'clock at night, and everybody's still pinging me, and I'm like, I'm eating
Like
dinner.
I'm off. I'm off
I'm done. I'm off the clock. But it's like it is one of those things you kind of have to like adjust to the schedule. And I'm like all day, every day, I'm like mentally doing math in my head. I'm like, what time is it?
Yeah, you're like 3 - 3. Okay,
Like
that's what time it is over there.
I'm like 12 to 11. I'm like, okay, I got it now. But
I literally still use my fingers to do math. Like I'm not gonna lie to anyone. I
so
still like.
good. I'm like, okay, I got it. Um, you are you love fashion. You got your degree in fashion. I just want to dive into your mind in the fashion world real quick, and ask you some small questions about that. What about fashion has always called to you?
So when I was younger, my grandma, she is a really awesome seamstress. So she can make like a bunch of like she can literally draw designs on like paper basically
Yeah,
and just make whatever she wants come to mind. And so as a kid, like I've always seen her do that, and she would always dress me in really cute clothes, and
yeah,
like I've always just been like a really put together out like externally type person. So
yeah,
that's kind of like where my love for fashion grew.
yeah. And if I'm correct, she's still a huge part of your fashion journey today.
Yeah, she still is.
Yeah.
It inspires me every single day.
Yeah. What are some of your, I want to ask your favorite and your least favorite trends?
This is a tough one. My favorite trend is the small, like, shoulder bag.
Okay.
Like the small, like,
Yeah.
little clutch type 90s look.
You love
Um,
this too. I like see them all the time on your social media.
so cute.
Yeah.
It's not functional because it doesn't fit anything, but it's so cute. But another trend that I like is like the strappy heels. Like it's like a little kitten heel with like little straps that like kind of tie up. I
Yeah.
love that. Let's see, trends that I hate. I don't really follow trends
Yeah.
all too much, to be honest. Like I kind of stick with like what looks good on me,
Yeah.
but I can't really think of one off the top of my head. It's like,
It's so funny because when people ask me that, I'm like, I immediately go to colors, and I'm like I think of colors for some reason as trends, and I'm like orange. I was like,
orange. That's it.
I know I can't do it. And there are very few people that can do it, but I'm like, I'm like, orange.
Yeah, orange. No, orange. Orange is probably my least favorite color. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cute on some people, but then like, and it's pretty to look at, but I'm not
Put
a
it,
fan.
put it on a shirt in some way or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Trends that you would never, or things that in fashion that you never want to see come back.
That is funny because I thought 90s, 2000, like early 2000s fashion was hideous at first, but
Yeah.
now it's like slowly growing on me. Like I'm like, that low waist jean, that looks good on some people. Like it looks good. And with like the little tank and a little shoulder bag.
it's like I've told people, I'm like, you have to have the right body configurement
Yeah.
to be able to wear it. I'm like, because
You
not
really
everything,
do.
like, it's like the hips, I think, is what it is.
It's like the Paris Hilton look, like where she's like with
Yeah.
like the big sunglasses and the shoulder.
Yes.
Don't talk to me kind of vibe. That is the vibe
Yeah.
that people are gonna go for.
Yeah. How would you describe your style?
I would definitely describe it as more of like a monochromatic, like minimal
Yeah.
kind of look. Like some days I'll feel like I want to like branch out and like do something like a street style look,
Right.
but most of the time and just keep it really simple and neutral.
Yeah. And you are like, you love to thrift.
Yeah, thrifting is awesome. You can find some really awesome things. Like I found a cashmere sweater one time for literally $4 at the thrift store like around here. And I was like, "Oh my God, why would someone throw this away?" Like
Well, and
it's so nice.
you've made some fun videos, like taking people through like your thrifting and putting together like lookbooks and stuff like that of your thrifting items.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I took my brother thrifting for one of my videos, and he at first he was like kind of like off about it, but like he really got into it and he was like, "This is great. Like you can find some really nice steals." And like I mean, it's always the best part about thrifting is that it's always like by luck. Like you never know where you're gonna find. And so sometimes you'll find like a really nice gem and then other times it's just like a complete miss. So it's like the thrill of just like not knowing what you're gonna find.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm one of those people where I've gone and like thrifted and I'm like looking for things and I'm like I can't find. I'm like one of those people that I'm like envious of the people who thrift and like or find all these really cool things because I'm like, where in the world are they when I go and thrift?
I can't see like what's wrong with my But the best part also is like styling the thrifted items with like things that you own and like kind of making it look more than like what it is. Like that's like another really really fun part about thrifting.
That is, yeah. I wish I was like, I'm missing eyes or something when I go. I just don't have the thrifting eyes on or something.
The thrifting goggles, you got to
Yeah.
get them, put them on, and be like,
Are they
huh?
like a certain type of glasses that I need to be wearing? Something I don't know. Um, outside of thrifting, what are your go-to stores to shop at?
Ooh, I love this question. Okay. So my favorite stores as of right now, I love Tiger Mist. They're an
Okay.
Australian brand. They have a bunch of like cute things, but the thing is that when you're shopping for the summer, they're putting out winter clothes.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that you can find stuff on sale
Okay.
whenever like it's off season.
Yep.
Bershka is another like a little bit like cheaper brand, but the quality is like awesome. I'm trying to think of what other brands. Reformation, obviously,
Okay.
sustainable clothing.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of really like will do well in the long run. So if
Yeah.
you want to put in that investment and like have that piece for a while, they're a great place to shop. I'm trying to think. I've been really into buying bathing suits. That's one thing I've been into. It's
Yeah.
like looking for newer bathing suit brands and like buying like good quality bathing suits that will like last me for a long time.
Yeah. Do you go to specific, like, are there specific stores you go to for certain occasions? Like, if you're looking for, like, a really nice dress to wear for something, do you know where to go? Like, your favorite places to look?
I would say Revolve just because they have such a wide selection of things and the sometimes it can be a hit or miss because the quality does not match with the price. Like that is just like, depends, but they have a really great like shipping system, return system, but also you can find a lot of things on sale because their inventory is so large they need to have
Okay.
it to turn over pretty quickly, so
Yeah.
they put stuff on sale pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay, we have to dive into you do travel. Well, not right now. You don't travel right now.
We're at
Right
home
now,
right
we're all
stay
at home right now. We're safe at home. But you and your family do travel quite a bit and you've gone to a bunch of different places. Can you list off the places that you've gone?
with my family. I've only gone to China. We went to visit my mom's hometown in China,
Okay.
I think 2 or 3 summers ago. And we also took a trip to Beijing and Shanghai, and it was just incredible because this is my first time going back.
Yeah.
Um, And it was just really nice to like see where my mom grew up and see
Yeah.
like everything that she did as a kid and just like be there and have that like in-person experience. So that was really sweet.
Yeah. Have you done anything else overseas, like in Europe?
No, I did not go abroad.
Yeah.
That
I
is my regret about all
me
of college.
too. I
All
had
of
I had always wished I studied abroad. And that was
mm-hmm.
kind of like my one thing, but I was like I transferred after my sophomore year to state.
Yeah.
I was like I kind of was in like that awkward stage where I was like, okay, I'm jumping to a new school. Do I really want to go and study abroad? And then all of a sudden it was my senior year. So
And you're like, oh,
I was
should
like,
have done it.
well, this screwed me a little bit. Um, what was your favorite thing about going to China?
I would say just meeting all my relatives because I have never met them in person. So it was just nice to like finally be able to see them and have that face to face like interaction with them.
Right.
But also just the food there. I mean, I got sick a bunch of times in China because like some of the food, like the street food isn't like super clean and like they have like your stomach isn't like the food here is like super duper clean. Like we have the FDA and everything. But over there, like my stomach literally like I would be like throwing up like constantly just because like the food didn't sit well in my stomach, but the food is amazing.
I really want to go to Singapore and that area, and it's like been on my bucket list of places that as soon as I am able to travel again,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
Singapore,
overseas and do it.
Singapore, Thailand, like
Yeah,
that. I want to go there so bad.
yes, that one's on my list. I want to go. Yeah, there are just so many places I want to go.
It's
I'm
like you're like itching to get out of here.
I'm like, come on. What I want to know who some of your favorite people to follow on YouTube and Instagram are.
Oh gosh. So my favorite person to watch on YouTube is David Dobrik. I
Oh,
love his videos. I'm obsessed with him. Like,
yes.
I will actually fly out to California just to see him.
Oh my god, me too.
Like not you think I'm kidding, but there's no sense of the word kidding behind that. Like that is my goal. Like my goal is to move out to the West Coast in about like a couple years. So
Yeah.
watch out, David. I'm coming for you.
I love it. And my sister and I are both very much David Dobrik fans, and like we'll walk around sometimes and just like be quoting his videos, which is like
It's just so it makes me feel like he's a great creator because he makes me feel like I'm there in the moment with
yes.
him.
Yeah.
And also another person I like to watch is Emma Chamberlain, is because she's just so real with her following too.
Absolutely.
Like she just speaks her mind and doesn't
Yeah.
care.
I love I agree with you about David. Like I love David because he's such a positive person, and I think everybody dwells on the fact of what he does to his friends. I'm like, but his friends let him do it to him. Or to
Right. Like he's helped them grow their careers
absolutely.
and from like what I've seen like and
Yeah.
so I feel like it's kind of like a mutual like
Yeah.
relationship there with
Yeah.
that.
I'm
But
let me tell you, he's not been posting any during all of this pandemic stuff. And I miss him. I miss the
I
video.
miss seeing his face too. I listen to his podcast because I'm like, oh, I want to hear your voice.
Yes, absolutely. I'm like, I just like miss seeing his content and everything that he puts out. I've always wanted the Vlog Squad to get like their own show or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, like a reality TV show kind of
Yes.
thing.
I
That would be epic.
I think it'd be hilarious to be able to see it. But yeah, I love David is one of my favorites.
and
Uh,
Cody. I love watching Cody Co's videos.
oh yeah. Yeah. I watch like a ton of like different sections of YouTube. Like I love like the bucket list family, but then I'm like I like David and I like all these different types of creators. I'm like I just have something for each type of mood that I'm in.
Yeah, like it's definitely yeah, it's like great because there's so many different types of things you can find on YouTube, like different types of people who
Yeah.
do different things. Like I literally binge watch Jen I'm
Yes.
Jen she used to be Close Encounters, but she was like my idol growing up. Like I love how eloquent she is and like how well spoken she is, but also she's so real with her viewers
Yeah.
too. And the fact that she's Asian American, she comes from the same background as me, I felt like I could literally just like sit down and she could be like my older sister. Like that was like she's the best.
Yeah.
I
I
really
think
know.
like I love the YouTube platform because you can watch, like I said, for anything, for any type of mood, for any type of topic, or just like if you want to learn something, you can go on there and learn something with a quick tutorial, or like it just covers so much. And I think like there's a reason YouTube is the powerhouse that YouTube is.
Yeah, it's the number one social media like platform, and
Yeah.
it's continuing to grow every single day. So yeah, if anyone wants to start a channel, you got to do it now. It's still growing.
Do you have like a piece of advice for somebody who is just hopping onto YouTube or is joining the content creation side of everything?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I have to say is just don't be scared and take action and do it. Like, if you have an idea, put it out there, because there's always going to be somebody who has the same thoughts as you, who like is interested in like what you have to say. So, like, don't be scared of what people are going to think, because, you know, you're going to live your life in regret if you do and you don't try it out and just see where it goes.
I totally agree with you. I'm on kind of the message right now that someone out there, you may be holding back on something that you don't want to say or don't know if you have the audience to say, but you put it out there and someone actually needed to hear you say it, or someone really, really needed to hear it that day.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, that's what I love about YouTube as well. Like anybody and everybody is listening and watching, and somebody needed to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I get comments on some of my videos from way back when, and they're they just tell me that you're so real. Like, I love that you can give me advice like that, and like, it just takes that one comment to be like, I need to keep doing this. Like, I need to keep pushing, like, being there for the people that like want to hear what you have to say and like care about, you know, the same things that you do. So.
Yeah. Completely agree. Completely agree. I want to know who some of your like idols are in the industry that you are getting ready to embark in.
Some of my idols, I would definitely have to say, what is her name? Into the Glass, who owns Glacier.
Yes. Okay. I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can see it.
it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just blank so bad. I have like short-term memory loss. She is such an idol to me because she started as a blog herself and then kind of like amassed the following and like slowly grew her brand into a whole like beauty skincare line, and that is just like blows my mind. Like, that is what I want to do essentially, but not in the same, you know, market as her.
Where do you get some of your inspiration from?
For style or for
let's do style and then YouTube.
Style, definitely on Instagram. I follow like a bunch of influencers that like post the kind of like same style that I have, and so I'm like, where did you get that top? And I'll like click in and like see like, oh, $300, can't afford that. But then for YouTube, I've been kind of in a funk right now. I feel like with quarantine and everything else that's going on in the world, like I don't really want to post at this time, just because there's a lot of important information out there that I don't want to clutter with like mindless content as of right now, because I just want to sit back and like educate myself a little bit more on the things going on in the world. But I would say inspiration wise for videos, I like to do it based on things off of my life that I feel like would be helpful for other people to see. And then just like looking at ideas that other creators have like in my subscription box, and like kind of like bouncing off of that and seeing like what I can do that's like sort of different from that, not like copying them, but like just like getting some ideas from that.
One thing I do have to say, like, I love following you on Instagram because you were just recently at the beach with a group of friends, but your group of friends is like 7 of you, correct? 7, 8 of you?
There are 8 of us total. Mm-hmm.
But y'all are in like completely different schools and places and doing different things, but y'all have always been this friend group that just like is like a power friend group.
We are very, very close, and I've been so blessed to have them in my life. I mean, we've been friends for about 7 years now, and they've always been the most supportive group of people. I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel right now if I didn't have that, because I was the person who was scared to post content
Right.
and have people at school see it and have people at school be like, oh, you make videos.
Yeah.
But they were always behind my back supporting me, being in my videos, helping me shoot. Like, they are such a great group of people. And I mean, I am just like so blessed that we've been able to stay so close for so many years. So
Yeah. Do you ever get the feeling, because I'm like, recently this has come upon me, like people are like, oh my God, like I've watched your videos, and I immediately am like, ooh, like I don't know what the reaction to have is when somebody watches your videos. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I feel so bad that you have to watch.
this is why I'm like, don't watch in front of me. You can go watch it at home by yourself, but not in front of me.
I can't hear it. And everybody's like, why? And I was like, imagine this. You're sitting, you film these videos, right? And I'm like, and then you have to sit down and edit them, and you listen to yourself.
Oh my gosh, yes, for hours and hours.
And they're like, and I'm like, imagine what that's like. And they're
Yeah,
like,
and hearing it again from another speaker, and you're like, oh God. But I'm like, oh, thanks. You want to subscribe?
I'm like, are you subscribed? I'm like, but I always, I'm like, have the urge to be like, I'm sorry. Like, because I'm like, I know what I sound like in the video because I've watched it so many times. I'm just like, okay.
I know, it's like so difficult hearing your voice back because you're just like, that does not sound like me at all, like at all.
And it truly, it's like, it's weird watching yourself.
It is. And the fact that you know what like goes on behind the scenes, like you like set up the camera and you're like sitting there and you're like, oh, I messed up, and you have to do it over and over again. You're like, okay, well, you see the final product, but you didn't see what happened all the
I love it when I'm like setting things up and I like set the camera up, and then I have to like sit down and you like get in the position, you're like making all the faces and everything, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, like testing lighting.
I'm like, why do I look like this?
And plus, like, sometimes I don't even like wear like normal pants. Like, literally right now I'm like wearing these shorts because like you only see the top part of your body, so you're just like sweatpants down and you're like
and that's the funny thing. It's like the work world right now, everybody's talking on Zoom. Like, you can be completely dressed nicely from the top up, but you could be in pajama pants and nobody would know.
Yeah, literally there was a person on like a news channel I think the other day who was like, he put the camera a little bit too down and he was in his underwear and it was broadcasted like all over the US, and he was like, oops, sorry.
Okay, to finish this out, I love asking this question. We've talked about it a little bit, what is the dream? What is the ultimate, like, what does it look like?
The dream is to post content consistently. That is a more short-term dream.
Yeah.
Long-term wise would to be just to have like a community of people that just really like want to support each other on YouTube, and like, you know, like that's just my ideal dream, is to like be able to give advice to people and just to sit down and like talk to people like one-on-one and like ask them about their lives, because like I'm definitely more of like a listener, so I like to sit down and like listen to other people. I don't like necessarily talking about myself all too much. But and then after that is owning my own brand.
Yeah,
that is like lot of years down the road.
A lot of years, but at least like you know what you want it to be.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person that like I don't necessarily like speaking about things until it happens, because I feel like personally like I don't want to fail and then like have people know about it and they're like, oh, like what happened to this? So like working behind closed doors, you know, hustling every day just to see hopefully something good come out in the end.
Absolutely. We're in a tough year in 2020. Is there something that hopefully you want to come out of 2020?
Just more clarity on a lot of things. I would definitely say like this is a great time to sit down and reflect on, you know, everything's going on in the world, within yourself, and just like to have like a sense of like enlightenment like within this year, because there are a lot of bad things, but you know, you can always just look to the positive and like just think positively, because there's really nothing else that can carry you through with all the things that are happening right now.
I said last night to somebody, I said, I think because we were watching the news, I said, I think we just all need a little positivity.
Exactly. I agree.
I think we would all just be so much I don't want to say happier, but we would all be living a little bit better lives.
Yeah, you could just have like a better outlook on each day and just
Yeah.
take each day
Yeah.
by day. So
Completely agree. Completely agree. Well, Priscilla, I have to thank you for coming on here again. I absolutely loved talking to you finally. I can't even tell you, we've been trying to book this for so long.
I know it's been so long. I'm like, how about this day? And I'm like, oh no, this day.
And
I
then we were like,
can't.
oh, COVID happened. And I was like, crap.
No,
Um,
but thank you so much for your for this. Like, this was awesome. I had so much fun.
and I will have all of Priscilla's socials linked down below and her YouTube channel so you guys can go give her a follow. Go check out all of her stuff. Um, and as always, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys back here next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.